like at the moment that I recorded these. But after the other part.
Maybe we should balance them. It's easy to say, but the truth is that I don't think that Elden Ring really should. It's not a PvP game.
So don't rebalance
Okay, now they're upset. Here we go.
weapons or anything because it's not a PvP game, bro.
Yo, can we get rid of stupid myth of PvE game, PvP game, and so on? Every single update, every single patch of Elden Ring, and every single other Souls game ever was mostly PvP focused. These games are as much of a PvE games as much as they are the PvP games.
Let's see.
Eyes blazing bright as torches!
First playthrough, rune level 1. I don't know what this guy's doing. It's in another language. PvE, PvE. All of this I'm pretty sure is PvE as well.
Justice be swift!
I think this is kind of a weird point to say that Elden Ring is just as game.
What?
I would argue that
Yeah.
Elden Ring is 95.
Ah, the overwhelmed. That makes sense.
Here's a pretty good way to look at it. If
The
you
dragon's rage claws to
Elden
get
Ring,
out.
nobody would have really played the game or bought the game.
Yeah, I knew
But if you
it.
take the PvP content,
I fucking knew it. It's so disgusting. Shadow Eyes is so
I don't even know
fucking
how to
disgusting.
Grant us your guidance. We have
It's
need
just that
of you.
PvP games
It's so
not very
disgusting.
good from the technical level. That's all. Like, you know.
He will win the
Exactly, and
game.
that's
He
always
will
been the
win.
problem with Dark Souls PvP. The problem with the game is that the netcode and the lag. That's why it's never going to be a big and good PvP game. I don't think that there's anything else really holding it back as much as that.
It's a laggy game.
Nobody wants to play a game that you have to hit somebody halfway through a roll, so by the time that your attack lands on their PC, it deals damage to them. Nobody wants to do this.
Oh, you have studios that are doing better multiplayer experiences, yeah?
I think that if Elden Ring had, theoretically, like a perfect world, whenever Elden Ring had frame-perfect, pixel-perfect,
He has to help. He can't.
I think you could make an argument that the PvP should be a much bigger part of the game, absolutely. But it doesn't. And it's not even close.
Oh, to make sure.
Virtue
But
guides me.
it doesn't mean that Elden Ring is PvE game.
It
It is true that most people play games for PvE.
Well, like how many people?
We're not gonna mess around.
Like, I would say like 95% of people play these games.
But yeah, like I absolutely agree with the statement to say that PvE like is something super main and PvP just doesn't matter. It's like, you know.
I don't think PvP doesn't matter, but I think if a change happens in a game that is meant to be beneficial for PvP, and it's also taking away from the PvE aspect of the game, it shouldn't happen. I don't think that PvP can't be improved, and I hope that it is improved. But I think that Elden Ring is fundamentally a PvE game. Most people play it for PvE reasons. Any metric that you can possibly use will indicate that. And yes, of course they rebalance the weapons for PvP. Absolutely. But they rebalance the weapons in Elden Ring. The balancing for Elden Ring weapons is different for PvP and PvE. So I don't care if they rebalance weapons for PvE, or sorry, PvP, it doesn't really matter to me. Because I'm never going to do that unless I do the PvP content. Elden Ring is like PvP. Who cares? It's there to play or don't. Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
I think these people are probably taking issue with this because their entire channel is probably dedicated to Elden Ring PvP.
A Demacian soldier is worth tenfold.
It sometimes feel like it is just slap on, it's just true. But it is mostly because From Software as a studio has the overall business plan focused around kind of reusing the resources. So like, we can also see in the future.
So the reason why PvP is tacked on is because From Software's business plan, like, well, maybe it is because of their business plan, and the business plan is to make content that's appealing to a wide audience of people, and laggy PvP that's
Fire and
basically
fury
unfair
burn in
is
me.
not that.
Yeah, like you have constantly, you meet constantly the same bosses, you have the same animations across the cities and so on. And suddenly,
This is a value judgment. Right now, by the way, this has nothing to do with PvP or PvE. This is a value judgment.
in case of PvP, that means that they are constantly introducing essentially the same fundamental system when it comes to the invasions, when it comes to the PvP. That is junky. Let's be honest, it is junky, but yeah, like
That's
the
why
same.
nobody plays it. It's because it's janky.
We march!
Exactly.
That hey, it is not a PvP game. It is PvE game and whatever.
You should have played the boss.
Well,
You can't say false and then have no argument for why it's false. Well, it's just
Takes
not
it, huh?
true. Okay, well then let's look at the metrics on Twitch. Let's look at the amount of people talking about the game. Let's look at how fast it takes to do invasions. Let's look for the people that are talking about the game and PvP inside of the game. Let's look at the viewership for channels creating PvP content versus PvE content. Like, there's a million different ways that you can verify this,
Nice.
and every single way you're not using because you know that every single way proves my point.
Trust me, they add up.
It's not even close. Yeah, it's like 95%.
to be fair though, about the reusing stuff, every studio does that. It depends to what extent they wanna
The
improve
virtual avatars are asylum demons.
on their license, but every studio reuses all of their assets. There's nothing wrong with that, but yeah. But with the with the PvP argument, I think he's mostly talking about they should not care about PvP because it's not as popular. Because
No, I don't think they shouldn't care about it. I don't think that they should change the fundamentals of the game at the expense of PvP.
Justice will be served!
I hope that they continue making PvP better, and I enjoyed the Coliseum update. I never said that. I just don't think that they should spend development time, massive development time on PvP, especially whenever it has such a fundamentally janky foundation that even they agree on. Why are you going to build a castle on sand? Why are you going to build something that has a cracked foundation at the very beginning?
to him, it's only
Please, no annoying
players
spell,
that
please.
actually care and play PvP.
It's perfect.
But my problem with that is that
It's not to me. It's according to every observable metric that exists on the internet.
Okay.
if you don't give a chance to PvP, or if you release it in a state that Elden Ring released in, like there was a ton of people that all tried PvP. He mentioned in this own vid that he tried in the Coliseum. Everyone gave it a shot, like even people who were not necessarily interested, but they gave it a shot, they gave it a chance. It's just that it didn't live up to it. So it's not that
It's not that it didn't live up to it, it's that the fundamental problems with Elden Ring and Dark Souls PvP exist in the Coliseum the same way that they existed in Dark Souls 1, 2, 3. All of the exact same problems existed there too. There's nothing new about this. And also,
Okay.
the PvP is... There is some nuance to it and some complexities to it, but it's effectively just 1v1s. People get tired of that.
he doesn't have
Why
potential to be
couldn't he
fun.
say
When I say
wrong?
people, I don't mean everybody.
Why
There are some
isn't he
people who
saying
like that a
wrong?
lot. Of course there are some people, but we are talking about generalities.
if they put some work into it, then it could be elevated to a level where it could be more popular. Like, it's not
They
going.
can never elevate it to a point
That's
where
a
it's
team.
popular unless they actually fix the DNS issues and the netcode. Nobody will ever give a fuck about this if you can get hit inside of a world.
You did €1.
Because people are gonna play it, they're gonna get hit, they're gonna say this is garbage, and they're gonna quit. That's it.
To happen if they don't give it like any thought to it, or if they don't like listen to the community for balance and all that. But this is where I want to bring the Rivers of Blood clip into all of this. So this is the irony I find in this entire clip. He talks about the fact that Elden Ring should not have balance around PvP, right? And then he goes on to say that Rivers of Blood is overpowered.
Are you kidding me?
Which is absolutely hilarious because he does not realize that Rivers of Blood has been nerfed. So the thing is,
It doesn't matter because
He's elusive.
whether it was
But he has no.
nerfed or
Oh,
not,
he has no
it's not the
overwhelm.
point.
Okay,
The
okay,
current state
okay.
of the weapon
Oh, he has
was not the
overwhelm.
point. The point was the
Could be
idea
worse.
behind what the weapon represented.
Let's be
Most
honest,
people
could be
don't know
worse.
what the current most overpowered weapons in Elden Ring PvP are because they all quit the game after they beat it. Because PvP is not a big part of the game. So if I told them whatever the current most overpowered weapon was, they wouldn't know what I'm talking about because nobody cares about it. So I used Rivers of Blood because that's the one that everybody knows about from the release of the game. I remember whenever it got nerfed.
these people that like say these things, you know, these redditors and these casuals, and like Asmon to this extent, like these people don't like that say these things, like don't like balance around PvP. They don't even play the game. Like he doesn't even play the game. He does not even know. He does not even realize that Rivers has already been.
Why would I play? So if the foundation of my argument is that PvP is bad in the game and it doesn't matter, then why would I go and play it? It doesn't make any sense. Why would I do that?
It doesn't
Elite.
even affect
150
They
hours into
elite
the
the
game.
quest.
them. It doesn't affect these people. It's like you want bad for people and you don't want good for them, but in the end it won't even affect you because you're not even playing the game. Like he doesn't even realize that
Okay, yeah.
this balance thing is already like occurring, and stuff like Rivers, like you mentioned, is not even overpowered anymore, but he doesn't know about it. So it's super.
It wouldn't matter. Number one, I did know about it. Number two, it doesn't matter. Because it doesn't matter how many times you nerf the builds, people still get hit during rolls.
Yeah, people always get hit during rolls.
It was nerfed quite some time ago.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Wait.
Rivers of Blood was
I think
already
Where can I see the champions?
Yes, absolutely, but he doesn't play enough to know that.
Aurelion, I have to make this a quick one.
I think it was. Well, of course I don't play enough. Like I think it got nerfed like one patch after the Golden Halberd got fixed. I think that's what happened. Yeah, because I don't like. And again, this is here. Let me give them some advice about YouTube. Okay. So whenever you are trying to communicate with a person, it is not important for you to be factually correct at all
This
times.
brings up
It
a
is
feeling
worse for you to communicate the basic idea than be completely factually correct. So I was not absolutely perfectly factually correct because my goal was not to be factually correct. It was to create an idea in the user's head. Every single person, including them, knows that Rivers of Blood was overpowered. They know that because they're talking about it, and they know about all the nerfs. That's why I used it as an example, because it's the biggest example that everybody knows about.
That's like unfortunate thing. Yeah, that is true. You actually brought something interesting to my attention. I don't think I ever thought about that, but
I knew it.
yeah, like a lot of
knew
complaints
it.
about PvP or overall the suggestions if the studio is supposed to focus on PvP or not and so on. comes kind of from the point of ignorance, like, you know, that, oh, I am not playing
all do our
PvP.
duty.
So yeah, I'm just gonna say that it is not needed, yeah? Like there is quite some people that play PvP.
I'm sure there's dozens.
That is true, that this is not my majority, this is actually minority, that is correct. But
Okay, so they admit that it's a minority, but 49% can be a minority. I would be amazed if it was 4.9%. The vastly overwhelming audience of people that play Elden Ring play it for the fucking PvE. Here, let's do a little thought exercise.
No, for
Let's say there are 2 theoretical DLCs that are going to come out. The Colosseum DLC or the Shadow of the Earth
Prince
DLC.
Jarvan, thank goodness you're
Which one
alright.
do you think
Steady
more
yourself,
people are
Squire.
going to
There
buy
is
it?
fighting
How
to
many
do.
more people are going to buy it? I mean, just any logical application of this immediately proves it.
it's still like a hardcore fan base that plays these games every single day.
That's true, and there is a large base of people that do enjoy Elden Ring, Dark Souls, PvP. I've watched a lot of their videos. I think they're great. I think they're funny. I like watching them. However, I know that this is not what the game should be centered around, and it is not. It's not like, oh, it's a PvP and PvE game. It's not. It is a PvE game, and there is PvP, excuse me, tacked on to the side.
I don't think that just, you know, not bothering about them is a good strategy from software side.
I agree with him, but the problem is that, and the theoretical that we're talking about is focusing on PvP instead of PvP.
Oh my
which is what
god,
the issue
I'm
is.
so happy I have to start.
Changing
I'm so
the design
happy
of the
right
game
now.
on a fundamental level that affects PvE for PvP. Those are bad ideas.
Yeah, I mean, like if you think about it, like the people that spend the most time on these are probably the PvPer, and then after that you probably have the speedrunners, because there's fewer speedrunners than there are PvPers.
That's probably
So like when it comes to like say the Reddit casual, they are going to beat the game once, maybe twice, maybe they're going to come back to it for like the DLC or something like that. They'll probably clock in like from around like let's say 150 to maybe 300 hours in general, something like that. Some of them play more, some of them might play even less, I don't know. But when it comes to like PvPers, like PvPers that I know that doesn't have 1k hours already.
Oh, this is so annoying.
Like when it
Because PvPers play the game a lot, they're more as players. I think that if you want to make a business argument, this becomes even less relevant, because Elden Ring is a buy-to-play game that you only need to purchase
I only
once,
played
and
5
there are
Alex?
no microtransactions inside of the game. So whether a person plays 1,000 hours or 100 hours and they beat the game once, they are the same. Like, is Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time a worse game because it doesn't have a PvE scene or a PvP scene? No, it's not. I think that, of course, PvP should be good if it's possible, but it should never come at the expense of PvE, of the actual game, the real game.
comes to the people that actually play the game, you know, the support that's coming in after the game has launched is directed to
Just because people are currently playing the game doesn't mean that the games in the future should be
Look at Captain
catered
Everyone.
towards them. That
Or not
logically
now.
doesn't make sense from especially a business perspective. Why would you cater a game to the remaining 5 to 10% of people that are continuing to play the game? And I think that's a very generous number. Why would you cater that game whenever your business model is not about a live service game? It doesn't have microtransactions. It doesn't have, you know, like pay to win or, you know, pay for streams or battle passes or anything like that. I think you could make this argument if the game was functioning that way. But if the game functioned that way, it would be a worse game. So you don't even want what you would think of the game like in the foundation in which a player that plays the game constantly is worth more to the developer. You would not want the game to be developed that way.
for PvP players, because those are the people that are still playing and replaying and replaying and replaying the game. So it makes sense that
That's not even true though, because there's a lot of people that are replaying it as PvE. Like I've replayed the game about like 3.5 times. Actually, probably one time and then 3 half times, I would say. Like with the caster build, with the fucking tank build, and now with the randomizer. I think people all the time play Elden Ring for randomizer runs, soul level 1 runs, or rune level 1 runs. There's all kinds of hordes and turns for it, like different, different boss weapons.
Kill all units,
like that.
7 mana?
You know, guys that all the time use his videos, for example. I think this is just like such a silly thing that only PvPers play the game after they beat it once.
the support for PvP is directed, or the support for Elden Ring is directed toward PvP because that's the people that are playing the game for the most part.
In the shadows.
Like, I think it's okay if they want to rebalance the weapons because they're broken in PvP. I think that's good.
That is correct, and to be honest, we never had such a PvP support like right now, because during the patching process of Souls games, it was usually just some sort of the regulations, and in Elden Ring we are getting absurd amount of rewards to the point that we have literally a system that divides balance for PvE and PvP.
Which is good.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. And I don't think he knows about that either. Like when he says that they should not balance for PvP because this is a PvE game, I don't think he even realizes that they have.
Not necessarily. So, like for example, there are certain weapons that are. So there's two different ways that a weapon can be overpowered. A weapon can be numerically overpowered, or it can be mechanically overpowered. So, for example, if a weapon does way too much damage, then I think they should absolutely nerf it. But if a weapon is mechanically overpowered, then I think it becomes a much more complex issue, and the odds are they probably should not nerf it. Because a lot of weapons are just, like let's say the weapon art is hard to avoid, or it's super fast, or something like that. Something that has to do with the functionality of the weapon. Should the functionality of the weapon be deteriorated because the mechanics are really strong with it in PvP? And the answer to that, in my opinion, again, is no. Like constant stagger. Well, that's actually something they could probably do for PvP as well. So yeah. That's the difference. I think mechanical tuning is totally fucking fine. Sorry, numerical tuning is totally fucking fine. Mechanical tuning is usually not fine.
Already implemented a system that can balance weapons only for PvP without it affecting the PvE. Yeah.
That's actually correct. Yeah, my
How is this going to go on for 30 more minutes?
But yeah, this is actually the case. It's like they legally post and
But either way, I think the core issue here is definitely the message, right? I think the message of this is a PvP game, therefore PvP support is not important. I think that's very, very problematic.
I agree, and that's not what I'm saying. I think PvP support is important, but it should never come at the expense of PvE support. And it is absolutely a PvE game. Unquestionably, it is a PvE game.
Especially coming from like someone as big as him, right? I really don't think that's a good thing.
Well, I'm like, he's just...
Yeah, he says whatever he wants, of course.
I'm like, he might be also mistaken, right, yeah. It's like, he might just, preach his opinion, it's up to him, it's just that, yeah, it just, I would say it is objectively just like, not true.
You cannot say that it is objectively not true with no... So objectively means that you can look at something and you can see it's not true because of this. It is like a third-party validation. Why is it objectively wrong? Why is it objectively wrong? Where is the objective thing that you are referring to?
Like...
Well, I don't know about
Why do you know? Okay, I see. So there isn't one.
Objectively, but
I don't know objectively. Well, of course you don't, because it's not.
he does his thing, so we do our thing. We're gonna respond to that because we're trying to push the PvP in the right direction as well.
Alright, we can focus.
Which is again a very good point here. That says a lot because their channel and their content is built entirely around PvP. So big surprise, they're going to want to support PvP. Who could have ever guessed that?
Yeah.
PvP is something that you can engage in inside of the game, but PvP is not 50% of Elden Ring. It's like 5.
Oh damn, I needed to obliterate.
Well, no, it doesn't because I'm just talking about it on an individual level. Of course, for some people, it's 100% of the game. They're trying to personalize the argument because that's the only way that they know that it's wrong. Of course, there are some people that play it for PvP. There are some people that play World of Warcraft for pet battles. Does that mean the game should be developed for pet battles? No. Does that mean there should be significant focus on pet battles? No.
For me, it's more like 95.
Same here.
So I'm not talking about.
Come on. I'm for that.
They can impact the open infrastructure, like mostly client-sided of Elden Ring, allows you to just, boot up that cheap engine on whatever, and it will give you some stuff, and you're going to make PvP, like you're not even modeling about PvP at all. So yeah,
for me on console, even if I do have to make a character, right, and gather all the materials and all of that to make a PvP character, despite that, I'll still, like, once that's done, like, I'm not touching PvE again, and I'm just gonna play PvP over and over.
I find it very surprising that they were unable to realize that I was talking about, like a group of people and not an individual decision. How could I ever possibly say that for every person, PvE is 95%?
I gotta survive somehow.
How could I ever? That's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard. They're intentionally misunderstanding. Yes, because if I absolutely think so.
Over and over.
When you're deep, you're deep.
Yes.
The vast majority of anyone who plays PvP.
Can they like reduce the cost of sea monsters, I thought? Yeah, the sea monster cost 4 less. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see.
Credit is
Oh, that's why the things are banned, is to remove that small amount of viable builds.
You see, unbalanced multiplayer is one thing, but the other nail in the coffin is the current lack of incentives to work towards in Elden Ring's PvP.
Oh, that's a good point.
That is a very good point. I had the whole rant about it a while ago. Covenants, it's so sad to see Elden Ring just not having these incentives, yeah.
Man, I feel like even like
By the way, I agree with this, and I'm totally okay if they added content that would reward people. Like, let's say it's another weapon skin, or it's a special weapon you can use in PvP, and it looks cool, or it's an armor set, or something like that, that you can get from, winning 100 invasions, or something stupid. I think that's totally fine. I have no issue with that.
That's aside, just getting like an actual reward for PvP tasks or like
I think that would be totally good.
Just PvP activity in general, whether it's like upgrade material, like in this case there was Covenant rewards.
Why is it low?
If there was, like, he keeps repeating it, but if there was
Like,
an
fuck
actual
you.
Runark merchant
Come on,
where
okay.
they sell all the material needed for for to play the game, to play PvP, like all the material, all the consumable, all of that. That would be, I think, a good reward to give players.
A Runark merchant that would sell all the material that was needed for. Yeah, that seems fine.
Yeah, you will see 3 islands probably.
Yeah, I
wonder-
can't see that being a problem.
I hate her.
However, I could see people using the Runark merchant instead of actually exploring the game.
Nice.
So now that I think about it, because obviously finding all the systems or finding the whatever item or whatever, that has a value that is tied to exploration and playing the PvE game. And I don't think that they should take that out and remove that value just for PvP. Bearing is the answer. So like, let's say you could get a bell bearing, and then after like 10 invasions, you could just get this, and then it would give you all of the access to like all the stuff. Like, I don't know, I don't really think about that.
But yeah.
Absolutely.
Added New Game Plus. That seems like a really smart solution. I don't see that being bad. Yeah, I think that's small. And if you have some form of covenants in Elden Ring, I think that would probably make the game better. Yeah, definitely. Sure.
In the title, the player would bind themselves to a particular covenant, which would in turn reward them based on the number of PvP victories. Players were granted new spells, rings, and weapons, and this is what gave the player a real incentive to engage in the multiplayer.
Yeah, killer unit. That's what you get, Shadow Eyes. Stupid ass
Rewards for victory, just regular
Shadow Eyes player.
Yeah, I do think that PvP in Elden Ring is simultaneously better because you have the Colosseum system. And I do think the Coliseum system is pretty good.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, it's just saying that the Coliseum, like, it's literally the exact same thing as every other Souls game. So there's really...
No, it's not. Well, I guess Dark Souls 1 did have an arena. I don't know if Dark Souls 1 and 2 had an arena. But I know that Dark Souls 1 had it.
nothing new there.
It was only Dark Souls
3. It's a copy paste of the Dark Souls 3 arena, legitimate.
Okay.
Yeah, it actually
besides the
is.
map, like.
Well, I mean, again, it's not really a copy paste because you have a different
Oh
setting.
no.
Different-
Noxus Shadow Eyes.
I
Please
know if
don't
they
do it for me.
Arena, I
Oh,
played it a
no.
bit, but, like, I don't
Noxus
really
Shadow
remember all the
Eyes.
settings for it.
Oh damn, somebody spent some money
Even
for
with
this game.
less colors, kind of.
Holy shit. What is?
Yeah, even the map is like reminiscent of I forgot what it's called, like the Pontiff.
I'm just poor. You can see. Sunday. I like it. It plays it itself now.
The some
That's
sort
great.
of the Colosseum systems, even like not looking at the fact that it's copy one from the Dark Souls 3. The arena systems were in the same always, it's ever since the Abyss Walker, I think the DLC for Dark Souls 1.
Please, make yourself
You had like arena even in Dark Souls 1. Yeah? In Dark Souls 2, both arenas, the blue and red arenas, were like the core.
I don't like these needle
the
builds.
PvP traffic in the game.
Needly.
So it's like it's nothing new, and on top of that, as you mentioned, it is probably, it might be actually the worst iteration of the arenas, to be honest.
It doesn't have a lot to it. Like it's very variable. It's basically like Dark Souls 3.
Yeah. Just suck.
Yeah, like it's kind of a copy paste.
I never really did Dark Souls 1 or 2 arenas at all, so I can't really compare it to that.
I mean, it is a copy paste.
In Dark Souls 3 arena, though, like when you was actually getting your victories, you was getting granted these medals, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were visible during the invasions, during the co-op, and so on.
Yeah.
In case of Elden Ring, that is not even the case. The
Why do they hate an
arena
Elden Ring so much?
emblems, however you call it,
The
They
rhythm
are
is
all,
favorable.
yeah, the banners, like, they are only visible on them. And nowhere else. Which is kind of unfortunate. So,
Yeah, I agree with them on this, actually. I think it would be nice if you were able to see that everywhere in the game.
yeah, this system is actually inferior to Dark Souls 3.
Yeah,
when it's comes
I
to
agree.
What?
the rewards. This is like overall the problem with Elden Ring. Like,
Throw an
across the whole
ally
game,
above.
the game
Why
doesn't
does this
reward
cost
you
2
for
mana?
PvP. You
Why?
are doing PvP only for your own fun.
Why the hell does this cost 2 fucking mana? You kidding me?
That's not
Two? If this would,
Yes, and yeah, like,
if that would be a master
yet
card, it
another
would cost
example of
6
exactly
or
the
7.
Like,
By the way, when it comes to rewards, he mentions how like other Souls games did it better with instructions reward, right? So like you,
Fucking birdie.
like you go through the game, you beat a certain amount of.
They all
you
have
get a certain
fearsome, I don't
amount
like
from
them.
killing players, and then with that you can unlock some weapons and some spells.
Fuck you.
Even to that
He only has
extent,
fearsome
I
units.
honestly think that that's what we had in other Souls games. Right? I know in Elden Ring we're getting nothing. It's the worst case scenario, but.
Are you shitting
I
me?
can see as somebody who's a PvPer, I can see why they're disappointed about that, and I don't think it'd be a big deal for that to get added in. Yeah, that seems fine.
Excuse us.
I don't see that as an issue. By the way, that guy, the blue guy, has the exact same gear one of my characters has.
Even like when it comes to the ancient covenant reward that we had, I don't even think that
-2.
that should have been enough in Elden Ring. Like even if we had like covenant rewards from previous Souls games, because basically like it's only going to keep you for a few days of doing PvP, because these rewards usually are very quick to get. So for the most part, I think something that has more like replay value as far as reward goes, like a Runterra shop, something that you can keep coming
Yeah,
over.
it's just that if you have a Runark shop,
I'm
then
so dead.
you devalue like exploring around in the environment in the game.
I'm just so fucking dead.
Is that if you have a Runark shop at the beginning of the game, that you're able to access at the beginning of the game. Like
Purchase using
it's
multiple
totally
lenses.
fine.
Clever.
It's a nice game. Somebody could just say, well, I can't find this on for 5. I'm just going to buy it at the Runark shop. Is that something that's good for the game? I think it's
Sacrifice.
Over and over. I feel like that makes more sense than just unlocking.
Why do I have this one in here?
2 weapons per covenant.
And why does
like 2 spells per
this one
covenant
get 6 plus
by
6? Like,
just,
fuck
beating
you.
30 people or whatever. I think that makes sense.
Are the greatest friend.
The reward system for just basically a few PvP.
Oh, well, your units have a fearsome? No, no way.
well,
Have
like that?
everything in between.
What?
Do I say it?
Uh-oh. Dark Souls 2.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people agree that Dark Souls 2 is the best implementation. Yeah, a lot of people.
Yeah,
think
suck
that.
my balls. Like, what the hell? I'm so dead. What do you think?
Well powered, and you just kill people and you are getting itemized slaps for it. Man, it was such a good system. Because you have instant rewards. You don't have to collect some with points for like the next 5 or 6 hours of gameplay, and then like you eventually gonna get some meaningless reward before you're gonna get like a top reward or something like that. Instead, you have like instant reward for.
I also have to say that maybe there's a reason why after Dark Souls 2 they didn't do it again. Maybe not a lot of people interacted with it and they felt like it wasn't really worth the time. Like let's use a little bit of logic here. So like Dark Souls 2 basically had 100 new ideas, 90 of them were bad, 10 of them were good. Maybe based off of their data and everything they've seen, they didn't repeat it again because they thought that it wasn't important enough for the game. I don't know that, but I think it's possible to assume. In the same way that they removed
Wait,
the idea of losing
wasn't this
health
like
and they removed
3+1 and 4+1 or maybe? Oh.
They removed bonfires.
But Noxus has one that gives you +5. Like, come on.
Probably like a million things. I'm just not thinking of them right now. I could sit down and think about them a lot. Dark Souls PvP was active. Well, you're saying Dark Souls 2 PvP was life gems, right? Yeah, they got rid of those. Like a lot of things from Dark Souls 2 they got rid of, and maybe it's because they didn't think those were good for the game.
Participating in the PvP, the system was so good, man. Like the Dark Souls 2, despite all its flaws, man,
I don't
like
think they're
the Covenants were made very well there. That's for sure. Okay, we continue?
Yeah.
And I do think the Coliseum system is actually pretty good. I've used it before. I've played it, did it on stream. Absolutely. However, having covenants like this would improve the game. And this is something I remember there was like a Radikosker video that said the exact same thing.
This severely cuts down the potential longevity of Elden Ring and is another chain dragging down its legacy. I know many people just skip the PvP altogether, but to be fair,
That's interesting.
a thriving multiplayer community might just propel a game to legendary.
That's really interesting for
Like,
these
I don't think this Team Fortress
units that don't die from Shadow Isles.
I think that it is very true that PvP can propel a game, and I think
If the PvP is good. Can we think of a game that PvP propelled the game? Fortnite, you could say Fortnite. Wow. I don't think anybody gives a shit about Call of Duty. Okay, maybe Call of Duty. Maybe Overwatch is a PvP game. Like that's like saying the PvP propelled League of Legends. I'm saying like a game that wasn't PvP in the first place. Sorry. Destiny? I never hear about Destiny PvP. I'm not in those circles, so it's hard for me to say.
really think that even these players like Asmongold did give a chance to PvP and it did not impress them, of course. But
it's not that it didn't impress me. It's just that I don't want to fight. I don't want to play a game that's laggy. I don't want to play like I'm connected to
Not bad.
server. I don't want to do that. It's the netcode's bad. That's why. If it had perfect frame reactions, then yeah, I would probably do it more.
They changed this one
it
completely,
can
huh?
impress them if
I
it's
thought they
done
would
right.
give all
But,
units to
there
pursue.
needs to be some work put into it for it to be done right, and that's why we need balance patches. That's why we need.
You can make every patch in the world. You're just painting lipstick on a pig. The fundamental of the game is bad because it is laggy.
The proper support for the PvP. Maybe Elden Ring is not going to be that game that pleases a majority of the players PvP-wise. But I think it's fair to keep trying to make it as best as possible for perhaps the next Souls-like. I don't think it should be.
Sure, I think they should continue trying to improve PvP as well, as long as it doesn't affect the PvE side of the game.
Something that we just brush to the side and just say, PvP is only for a minority, therefore there's no need to push in that direction. Because there's definitely people that do like it, and there's definitely a lot of potential to make this better. I mean, a lot of veterans like you and me, like we
Maybe
see the
make a long
potential, we know
time.
exactly what it could be. Because we've played these long enough to identify the flaws and the things to fix. Stuff like the damage curve. Stuff like weapons that are either too slow or too fast to be viable.
I think the problem is I do think there is a lot of potential. Let's look at a world where Elden Ring PvP exists. There is an active reward structure of the game that is something similar to like a battle pass, but obviously not a battle pass, like a reward tiering system, like like Grand Marshal, like the old vanilla WoW.
This thing is OP.
Right? And I'm just using that as a foundation of like hierarchy, not the system itself. But like just a hierarchical foundation that you can work your way up through, and it had frame perfect reactions or almost. Or frame perfect, fucking.
Yeah, I mean, if I go landmarks, I should go full landmarks.
But
like
if you had all those
summoning
things,
and
then
destroying
yes,
instantly.
I think that it actually would be
I don't
quite
think that
powerful.
this is
Absolutely.
was a good idea
Basic
to
things
put
like
this
that.
in here.
A lot of people, especially if you have a lot of years, can identify these things at even the first glance. But I think the devs can, but that's not a reason not to go for it and to not improve the game further. What do you think?
I think I pretty much agree with everything what you said, and the very foundations of how to potentially improve the game, or more like all of them, like all the Souls games, every single oncoming game that From Software is going to release is to work on communication with players. Because as you mentioned, like, it is normal that when you are
Do something.
creating the game, when you're a developer, you don't really have the time, to sit there and just like do the game. Yes, it's also like it's completely different type of interest when you are sitting in the code and you are programming, and also like there's also like different type of interest when you are doing PvP in like Souls games, yeah. So having, let's call it the opinion of an expert, somewhere here in the background is quite important, because you as a developer, you cannot really always tell what outcome certain changes might bring.
But they clearly do have the ear of the community, because they already said, these guys already said in the video that all the changes in the game have been because of PvP, and they have separate scaling just for PvP. So how is it the developers aren't listening to the possibilities, but simultaneously every single update has been for PvP? It doesn't make any sense.
Like example of
But the experts will be able to give you a better idea, though, right? That's what
well, depends who you are going to ask, but most likely it's definitely going to be better type of the opinion than someone that don't really have enough knowledge about certain topic to even identify certain issues. The good example of it is the HTS nerf.
the crowd attack.
Yes, like, the jump attacks, sure, like, the jump attacks had the true combo, and that was making, like, HTS very, very tough weapon to play against. It wasn't the most pleasant experience, and I can understand why they nerfed it, but they also nerfed jump attacks, which doesn't make sense whatsoever. And, it's these small things, we have a lot of the examples of this type of nerfs that doesn't make sense whatsoever across all the Souls games. I can pick example of, for example, the Ultra Great Swords in Dark Souls 2. Across the whole lifespan of Dark Souls 2, you had the gold swings. With the running attacks, you could yeet people quite far away or quite up to the point that you had the Iron Bridge. Yeah,
they had that with
yeet
Demon
people
Souls too.
off the bridge with the running attack of the Ultra Great Sword. And that was like a fun mechanic that had no reason to be nerfed, but they nerfed it anyway. In the literal last patch of the game.
Okay.
And that's a shame, because it is just fun mechanic that is good.
I agree. I actually agree with him on this. I remember there was this one clip of Moon as fucking John Souls walking down, like there was this one like pathway with like the gargoyles and demon souls, and he knocked 3 people off the edge with a weapon. Like he was just literally slapping them around. It was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. It was amazing.
Out of the game for no particular reason. It never was overpowered. It never had like much of the bad connotations or anything like that. At least I cannot think of any. And it just doesn't really make sense why it was nerfed. And yeah, it just caused let's say lack of literal understanding of the game, I would say. Just
Or soon.
I don't know. It's just I guess it would be my wild guess that it's just this type of nerfs could be avoided if the contact with the community would be better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we can.
That's probably just not going to happen. It's a Japanese company. I mean, like, yeah, sure. That's also assuming that it's for a reason that, like, for example, moving a character up that high might have caused some sort of programming desync bug or something like that. It could have triggered an anti-cheat, or I have no idea. I don't know this, but I'm just saying, like, there are always theoreticals that you could invent. I don't know. But of course it would be better if the developers would figure out why.
I don't think you can even guess what's going on when they're making these changes. I mean, I have my own theory as to why they not crouching attack. Like the community gave feedback to nerf the rapiers, right? Like the rapier crouch attack. And I just have a theory.
I also have to say, like, here's one of the reasons why, like, Dark Souls or Elden Ring PvP isn't super popular. Watching this clip for like the last 5 minutes.
Forever.
All this guy is doing is running away and then healing, and then he gets hit again and he runs away for 5 more minutes. This is not fun to watch. This is so fucking boring. Oh my god, this is horrendous. Yes. Like, who cares if he wins at the end? It's boring.
That maybe because of the language barrier, they did not know which rapier, the big or the small one, so they just learned the speed for both because they just didn't know. I think that's what happened.
Actually, might be the case.
Yeah, but I mean, we're not in their head. Like, we don't know. But like you said, it's not like the important part is that a lot of this, a lot of these data changes would be non-issues if there was someone that they could have to like play their game or to give them proper feedback. But it needs to be, like you said, some sort of PvP expert. I guess there's someone like you and me.
Come on, give me something good.
It would be nice if From Software could ask the player base and have a better idea of what the player base wants. That's great.
He only is pulling shit as well, huh?
Sure.
To be fair, like there's other people, Gabri, Amir, there's other people out there. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Faithless creature.
Okay, you want to finish here because I think after this one they are.
Yeah, I don't think the rest is PvP relevant.
Let's hear.
Better dead than
He's talking about like
How many does he have? Holy shit! Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. So that was basically it. It was the last thing related to the multiplayer.
Alright, so let's just conclude. I think the takeaway from this is Asmongold bad, and I'm just kidding. No, but I think the takeaway from this is that, man, it's so unfortunate to have this like very popular opinion of PvP is not important because not a lot of people play it. And I mean, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like,
I'll tell you one part.
I'm so stupid.
Again.
I'm so stupid.
For 3 million,
oh lord.
from 3 guys.
I'm so incredibly
I don't
stupid.
think is going to watch this gameplay. I can't say nobody. I can say
I should give up.
If I saw this game, I would be like, this is so
He's so slow, it's so annoying.
Turn to sadness for now.
Who gives a fuck? Like, Ninja can do this on Fortnite in 15 seconds. Do you want me to spend 10 minutes? This is crazy. He's just running away.
You have people that say that, and then the PvP doesn't improve because of it, and then less people are playing it because the PvP is bad, and they don't take care of it, and then...
I don't think that I am the reason why people aren't playing PvP. I think the reason why they're not playing PvP is because of desync. It's because of the netcode. Do you think it's me saying that PvP is bad in an offhanded comment about an Elden Ring video that had 400 views? That's what did it? Like, I didn't even play Dark Souls until 2018. The PvP was bad before then. They weren't doing updates before then. They were fucking it up before then. It's before I even played it at all.
Less people are playing it, you know what I mean? Whereas it should be the other way around.
It is indeed a vicious circle over here. But yeah, it's... it is very popular opinion that I think, let's hope, with actually quite an effort from from Software Sparks that has put onto the PvP recently. Let's hope this, in fact, very popular opinion.
Okay.
Like, mostly opinion of people that are not interested in PvP. It's going to change across the next years. Like, maybe not, in Elden Ring, maybe in the either spiritual.
It's not going to change if they don't change the netcode. Nobody is going to look at the
Let's see what
gameplay
those
from
lucky
Elden
finds do.
and see this garbage that we've been looking at on the screen for the last 10 minutes and say, wow, I can't believe I was wrong about it for all this time.
Actual success or just like straight up Elden Ring 2. Maybe it's the systems that they implemented here are going to help to make great the experience of the future.
Oh no.
And yeah, because it is mostly the fact that, well, PvP in these games is junky.
Yes!
I think it is.
Yes, that's the problem.
This is the main reason why this opinion like happens.
Yes, people think the PvP is bad because it's fucking bad. They think it's janky because, yes. Oh, they think the PvP is bad because it's janky. Yes. It's just like me saying I think the fire is hot because it's on fire. No fucking shit.
It's in the best. Yeah, you just have the game like that, plays through the game, he finishes the main story, he goes to try PvP.
I like this one.
And they get hit
Oh, thank you.
like a mile away by some Brazilian gamer on 250 MS. And they're like just, man, I don't like it.
Yeah,
And I can absolutely understand that. It's just the experience, the PvP experience might be like amazing or absolutely terrible, depending on plenty of factors. One of them is just simple latency.
but it's bad with everybody. It's all a shade of bad.
If you are not used to how the netcode of these games plays out, you're ending up in the situation that you might start hating these games very quickly, to be honest.
If you're not used to if you're not used to it being bad, you might think it's bad. Yeah.
I am not even looking forward to playing.
Glorious.
Yeah,
Then why blame me?
playing for high latency is not fun, that's for sure.
I agree.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
I think
Like, come on.
something to keep in mind.
Zero
A
volts
lot of,
anyway.
you know,
He
a
doesn't
lot
have
of
to be in
these
the field.
casual PvE players, I think they would tell you that legitimately there's nothing you can do for them to like PvP. They don't care about it. They're not interested in it. I don't think
Oh my lord.
anything that you.
This one?
I think there's a lot of people that would fall in that category. Anything you would tell them, they would still say that they don't have any interest in PvP. I mean, to an extent, that's fine, but I do think that when you do make a good PvP, when you
He
do
has no
fix
mana.
a lot of these issues that have been identified,
Nice.
like some of them that you mentioned, having some proper filter that is bad, how you implement all of that, having some decent balance, taking care of like a lot of the core issues that have been recurring for a few Souls games now that people have been mentioning. There's just no doubt that it would make for a much better PvP experience. Then we can talk about how much more popular the PvP has gotten after all of these things have been taken care of. Maybe except for the lag and the networking part. Like, if they were to like implement the server, that's sort of a high effort fix. But
Yes, it is.
a lot of the changes that we ask for are extremely low effort fixes, and it's been true from time to time again. Like Gabby just fixed aim punch with a patch,
Lucky.
right? Or how to fix aim punch with a patch not so long ago. Gabby made a video about it. A lot of these fixes are basically just a few numbers changed on a spreadsheet, sometimes one line of code.
I swear to God, if this video ends and he doesn't kill them, I'm going to be so fucking mad. I think he's going to try to hit them through the wall with the Star Scourge, fucking Ash of War. I think that's what's going to happen.
it's such low effort and there's really no reason to not do it. That's how I feel about it. I think everyone would benefit in a sense that the people who are playing PvP are unaffected by these changes. Like Iceman was saying, here does not even feel like that Rivers has been nerfed a few patches ago.
Oh my fucking god.
No fixing that.
Oh my fucking god. Are we really gonna go back to that?
Hey.
Bro. It's been on Rivers of Blood longer this dude's been on this game.
Cool. Like they won't even know really because that stuff is more like in the details. It's stuff you're gonna feel if you play PvP. You're not really going to feel it if you play PvP. You have to keep playing the game and to be like really interested. And those are the things that felt like PvPers for the most part. So at the end of the day, I think it's really for the better for everyone, for the PvP to be pushed in the right direction, and it's not necessarily something that
Absolutely, just not at the expense of PvE. And I don't think that they should have a vendor that you can buy things with rune arcs with, because it'll kill the progression of the game, because everybody will just go to the vendor and buy what they need out of the rune arc, or sorry, with the rune arcs instead of actually exploring in the game.
That's
it takes a lot of effort from software users because a lot of these changes that were mentioned is really just changing the numbers and all they have to do really is just to follow the right track with getting the right opinions from the people that know a bit of how these things work, like I said, some sort of more like PvP expert, so that they don't make like changes to APS with the crouch attack and it's all rapiers that need like slower crouch attack. Just someone to point them. Yeah, someone to point them in the right direction.
Yeah. I think like that would be great if we had in the future just
Thank God, it's so.
some sort of the contact is developed. Like
You're not going to be able to talk to Miyazaki. It's not gonna happen. He's Japanese. It's not gonna happen.
Fortune favors the bold.
There we go.
You're lucky we
It must be
have
nice,
enemy.
but he has no idea.
or because like right now everything that we can do is just use the report on Bandai Namco website, and it's not great. It's just sadly not great.
Because there's the big language barrier, which is also why we need to go through Bandai, because Bandai have the to translate the feedback, and I don't think From Software does.
That's why
Serena is reborn.
I think they have the too, they just don't give a fuck.
Butcher of the Sands will
They
reign
don't
supreme.
care.
yeah, overall, yeah, like
That's so annoying.
kind of bottom line
So
here is that
Someone has the urge to make him quit.
yeah, both like a PvE gamers and PvP gamers and
Some more animation.
affects like one side actually affects the other. Yeah, it's just, like everyone is kind of two games in one, yeah. And the statement of they not supposed to focus on the PvP, or they supposed to focus more on PvE and so on. It's not exactly. I wouldn't say that it makes much sense. Like the PvE is done. The PvE is working fine. There is not much.
Yeah, that's why. Okay, so then.
Just with the game. What would they be patching even if they had to focus on?
Well, it's simple. They would patch the functionality of Ashes of War and certain types of attacks that would make PvE less fun.
Now you one-shots me.
I think the argument is just focus on the DLC. I think that would be the argument.
Yeah, that could be the argument, but you actually brought the example of
So I do more
the
damage now.
changes required very little
Oh, okay.
effort. Literally
What?
one line of the code here and there.
World of Warcraft, I know.
What? Why did I do more damage without it? I don't
You
get it.
don't really need like a huge team, yeah, to and we brought the example of how like effort that is put currently by actually adding the future game, which can see
How much? What?
and
What was that?
from software, whatever you say about them, they're
What was
quite a
that?
great guys. They're actually making good games. They are like, they clearly want to make good games. And
Yeah.
I am
What was
absolutely
that?
sure that,
That killed
you know,
3 of my units.
the guru himself, Miyazaki-san, just like, you know, he isn't sitting there and like, oh, just drop the PvP and whatever, I don't care. Yeah, we have it in Dark Souls 1, we can drop it on and then let's just go with that. Yeah, it's something that I completely don't care about. I'm pretty sure he cares. I'm pretty sure he wants everyone to have like a great experience with.
Yeah, of course they want people to have a good experience with the PvP. What is the point? Holy
With the Souls games. It's just that, you know, yet again, they don't have that great infrastructure for the player side of the games, and maybe it's going to change now. We clearly see the player action.
Oh.
Yeah, From Software is definitely like a consistently driven studio, and I think that's for the better. I think that's why it's getting more and more popular. Because I feel like that's a rare quality these days for a lot of AAA developers to be artistically driven, where they just make the product they want or the game they want instead of making a product to fulfill certain business needs. So I think at the end of the day, I think they're a good studio, but you know, as Miyazaki himself would tell people watching, you know, they're looking to do better, right? That's the first thing he said when he received the award, and one of the things we can help them make better
Carl's
is
gonna make a meal of them.
Yep. Indeed. That's all for
All right. Well, Steel, thanks for doing this with me. Appreciate it.
Oh.
Thank you.
Okay.
And
Interesting.
check out Steel. I'll have a link to his channel in the description. I'll also link the original Aspen Gold vid. I think Aspen Gold's haircut is really okay. His usual one.
Oh, it's okay. He has the
Well, I think I think it's much better. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching, and take care.
Bye.
You're dead meat. Slide me.
Cool. Look, that cost 3 mana.
I think these guys are probably
I
the
thought
smartest two individuals.
Argon has the same card that costs 7. If I remember correctly.
Renekton, I
they
found
did
something
was
special for
engage.
you.
If it
They
bleeds, it's
clicked
special
on my name.
enough.
People posted it on my Reddit, hoping they would expect drama. And these guys have one small nitpick that they think I didn't know the thing about the
Wrap 'em up.
Then they made me and my audience a 40-minute video talking about what needs to change with Elden Ring to get more people to be aware of it. I've actually been fucking with finesse. This has been an hour.
Oh come on, predicting is so
That this whole thing
time consuming.
I
Oh,
don't
wow.
want to talk about the arguments anymore. I think I made myself clear. I think they even kind of agree with me. I think that I've just been had. The video of this will probably go up on YouTube. It's gonna be like, obviously it's just me talking shit, so like people are gonna probably watch it for drama. It's gonna be
What's
more
going on?
talking about the issues.
Ah, not you.
I've been gone.
I do have.
Bye.
If it ain't my favorite time-traveling genius punk buddy.
Well, I'd be weirded out if I wasn't.
Ah!
Crack their bones, then we feast.
Go cry. After destroyed my sound
I
disk.
think these guys are probably the smartest two individuals I've ever come in contact with.
What?
What
What
I
is
am absolutely sure that, you know, the guru himself, Miyazaki-san, just like, you know, he isn't sitting there and like, oh, just drop the PvP and whatever, I don't care. Yeah, we have it in Dark Souls 1, you can drop it on and let's just go with that. Yeah, it's something that I completely don't care about. I'm pretty sure he cares. I'm pretty sure he wants everyone to have like a great experience.
Oh lord.
Yeah, of course they want people to have a good experience with the PvP. What is the point
with the Souls games? It's just that, you know, it's, yet again, they don't really have that great of the infrastructure for the multiplayer side of the games, and maybe it's going to change. We clearly see the changes in the correct direction.
If it's made of sand,
Yeah, From Software is definitely like an artistic driven studio, and I think that's for the better. I think that's why it's getting more and more popular. Because I feel like that's like a rare quality these days for a lot of AAA developers to be artistically driven, where they just make the product they want or the game they want instead of picking a product to fulfill certain business needs. So I think at the end of the day, I think they're a good studio, but you know, as Bees like himself would tell people watching, you know, they're looking to do better, right? That's the first thing he said when you received the award, and once they do the process and make it, it's the future. So that's our role here. Yep.
Greater things await. The order is given.
All right. Well, Steel, thanks for doing this with me. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And guys, if you want to check out Steel, I'll have a link to his channel in the description. Also, a link to the original Asmongold vid. I think Asmongold's haircut here is better than his usual one.
Oh, it's okay. He has the holiday.
Oh, well, I think it's much better. But either way, and thank you guys so much for watching, and take care, everyone.
Bye.
How good to serve the Emperor once more. Let it help you remember who you once were.
Look what good comes of mortal greed.
Probably the smartest two individuals I've
He wants to die, huh?
with.
He wants to die really badly.
What they did was ingenious. They clickbaited my name. People posted it on my Reddit, hoping to get some drama. These guys have one small nitpick that they think I didn't know the thing about me. And then they made me and my audience sit through a 40-minute video talking about what needs to change with Elden Ring to get more people to be aware of it. I've actually been fucking finessed. This has been an hour and a half that this whole thing is going on. I don't even want to talk about the arguments anymore. I think I made myself pretty fucking clear. I think they even kind of agree with me. I think that I've been the video of this will probably go up on YouTube. It's gonna be like, obviously it's just me talking shit, so like people are gonna probably watch it for drama. It's gonna be more people talking about the issues. I've been gone.
I see every move.
I can finish him. Do I want that?
We'll find our parade.
It's time. We're gonna see what this game is truly like. We've seen a lot of spirited discourse about this game. People saying the dialogue is heckin' awesome. Other people say it's freaking great. I'm gonna find out for myself. We're not gonna watch a YouTube video. We're not gonna let some other fucking balding,
he's a vibe. It's okay. He wants the long game.
Right now.
I can do this for you. You can still win this.
Difficulty level.
Don't worry.
Affect IU. The story unfolds the simple and you like. Focus on story, explore the open world. Take part in challenging battles. I guess we'll see. Yeah, we'll play the game and just see how hard it is. If it's too hard, we just rage quit.
Oh no. No. Are you kidding me? Are you shitting me? He used the one trick instant win card. Why don't they make the card like win the game?
But what do you do?
Why don't they do this? Like just win the game. This would be easier. That's painful.
Wish I could go back in time and tell myself.
Before strength.
We will not stand by.
But I was not ready to hear it.
Her name's Alfrey Holland. Okay. So was she going to jail?
Only human.
Was this a jail simulator?
Judge Myberg started the case of people in state New York versus Alfred Holland.
And paint
What the
our
fuck?
faces
Charged
in
with
blood.
grand larceny.
How do you plead? Not guilty, Your Honor.
I see.
Her name is Maya Berg.
Cuffs?
No surrender. Your Emperor commands. Tell the people what you have seen today.
Uh-oh.
She a criminal.
Criminal.
I'll move it up. I don't know what the camera to be is. I guess I'll put it right. I have no fucking idea. I'll put it right here for now. Read the document on the left. The one in the middle. The one on the right. Let's see. So let's look at the one in the middle. That's a.
Yeah, like I can't remove karma.
I mean, like, good job.
She
She graduated high school.
This game is over.
See that?
Let's look at the one in the middle. Okay. All right. Read the document on the left.
Oh come on. Fucking KDA. Motion bullshit.
You graduated 2 years ago. You said you're 20.
Blade and line. Honed and sharp.
I think you should just remove all KDA cards.
Nothing like
And the game would be so much better.
Why are you here, Frey? Grand larceny?
Ionius.
Is that
That
what
was
you're
revealed
doing?
through me.
Interesting reaction. I needed the cash for... Never mind.
Sooner or
drugs.
later, you're going to have to start taking accountability for your
Would
actions.
you look at this place?
Okay.
Are you familiar with the persistent felony offender law, also known as the three strikes law?
That's how they put
You
people in
can't do
jail.
that. I never hurt anyone.
Just yourself. You have 2 previous felony thefts. And with this
Well,
new
of
law,
course.
your grand total is 3.
What's she saying?
You have so much potential. I can do so much more with my life. I'm a smart girl with a bright future.
I was going to say you have so much anger and resentment in you, I'm not sure you'll ever amount to anything at all. Truth hurts. But
Sit down, bitch.
holiday spirit.
Style.
I'm going to give you
Do not question our results.
try not to consider
Oh, he attacks before I can even block.
the conditions for 30 20 hours of community.
That's a lot.
I see.
Next time you end up in front of me,
Interesting. Very interesting.
you're free to go.
Like,
Yeah, imagine fuck it up 3 times like that.
if Lee Sin isn't enough, one shot.
Frey,
They have Mothri and Lee Sin now that one shots
happy almost birthday.
the enemy player.
It's not
What
too
is
late to
that?
start using your
Ah,
gifts to help others.
never mind. That's enough for today.